I'm fucking going up there just like, I need to know where you are. It's like, you are not my mother. If you don't know where I am, fucking ask.
What conversation did I just walk into?
Don't worry about
my
it.
flatmate is angry at me because I showed back up to the house without fucking telling them.
Okay.
Which is like, look, I understand that you may have been living by yourself for a certain amount of time, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Are we still playing Repo?
Well, it's D&D time.
And Holly did exactly what I told her.
She went and fell asleep, didn't she?
Yeah, I could hear her snoring.
Go wake her ass up before she slips into a deep sleep.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let me close Repo because I've been sat at a loading screen for like 10
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're still loading, then there's an issue and we'll just have to fix that. Alright, getting ready for session 35. Good God. Jesus Christ. Session 35 before my 30th birthday. God, it is so weird being 30 tomorrow. I will say, on a rare moment of quiet in this network, coming up on the literal third decade of my life, it really does give you a time of reflection, and I've reflected a lot this last week on progress made and people that have come and gone, regrets, happinesses, all the woos and woes. And I've come to realize, as much as I do self-deprecate at times, as much as I can say that I am at war with myself on certain things,
I say,
with age, I would say I'm happy, and I'm pleased with where I am. And I am very pleased with the progress that I have made here on Twitch, on YouTube, and as we continue to grow this amazing little family, everything else that comes in the future is still unknown. So let's keep going. Also, why did I get called a pussy in there?
Huh?
Is he in the middle of all of that?
Sorry, no, I didn't call you a pussy. I said Lucy. That's the dog's name. She's fucking.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were
Did
doing
you
the
not?
Gen Z thing.
I'm sorry with my accent. It sounded like me calling you a pussy.
Hey, you're getting your accent back. Isn't that a good thing?
Oh my god, it's lovely. I finally have some sense of individuality.
Here, let's hang out for 3 months
Somebody
straight.
might be able to recognize that you're actually from New Zealand now.
Let's hang out for 3 months straight and get rid of it.
Oh, it takes a week. It doesn't even take fucking months anymore.
I'm genuinely curious at this point if, when you met your partner, if they knew you were from New Zealand.
My partner knew because I couldn't fucking hide anything. That is okay, like, for anyone out there who is single and looking, don't fucking date a psych student.
Oh god.
Because you will be psychoanalyzed in your spare time, and it will not be nice.
Can I point something out? I'm one of your best friends and your older brother, and I was a psych major as well. You literally surrounded yourself with the two people that were going to psychoanalyze you correctly and help you.
Yeah, no, interesting that I've just made connections with two of the most healthy people for my outcome.
It just shows
Which
that
is
you're talking to the
hilarious
right
too,
people.
because like you both have the exact same fucking like advice for me. Where like if I come to you with something, your first thought is, oh, go to your partner. And then if I go to my partner and tell them about stuff, they go, have you been hanging out with Mac lately? And I go, no. And he goes,
I know you well enough that I pretty much know what you need.
Cool. And kill.
Austin, is your wife ready?
I have woken her up. According to her, she is coming.
Bro, the music I got on stream right now is fire. I actually have a really good playlist set aside for tonight's start of the war.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep.
Hello, Amelia. Get in here.
What are we yapping about?
Hi.
Hello.
All right. Well, it is the beginning of a war arc, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm on my phone. I need to transfer my Xbox. Also, some people just showed up, so I gotta go make coffee.
Okay. We can just get everyone debriefed real quick. We'll start. We'll go through the rotation with everyone anyway as we talk about battle preparations.
Yeah, get the lore dump out the way.
Yep. You got time. Starting my exposition dump in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm gonna take 5.
Yep. Last time, a lot went down in our little kingdom of Nyx. Our party's bonds were yet again tested, as trials were had, conclusions were finally drawn upon, and connections were finally made. Deep, lasting connections to gods that would influence the way things would turn out. Maybe for the better. It is a time of war at our doorstep here at Nyx. It's a rough time. And I'm going to read something now off my phone that I've prepared at a little start of this. This is supposed to be from the perspective of one of the soldiers that's getting ready to fight in name of the Royal Army. Dear Mom and Dad, this might be the last letter I send. If I don't make it home, I'm really sorry. Things got really uncertain really fast. I left to pursue love and start a family, find a career, and I have no regrets in what I've done here. Nyx is a beautiful, amazing place to live. It's filled with kind people, joyous occasions, amazing festivals, delicious food, so many memories that I've made in such a short time. What I've come to learn in the time serving is that it doesn't matter what crown or country you really serve for, it's the people that matter. And if today I do meet my end, fighting to keep those very people alive, then I will have lived my life perfectly. In case of the worst, my belongings have been prepared and they will be sent to you. Thank you for everything, and I do hope to see you again soon. Rigel. It's an uncertain times as an army marches ever closer. The footsteps felt by many of the small villages and territories, the scouting parties all coming back. The numbers
You're
just
cutting out a lot.
Okay, I'm not on Twitch. Hold on. It's Discord, not Twitch. I just lost my train of thought entirely. What was I talking about?
You were, army was marching.
Each small territory cowers, evacuates, and loses so much as this destructive, pillaging army seizes territory after territory on its warpath. We draw upon the final day of peace before everything will kick off. We open with a slightly taciturn, bit stoic elf sitting on a tower, looking out over the city, speaking to someone through a mirror. I don't really expect to die, but on the off chance I do, you know, it's easy to say I'll be cashing in that favor to have you drag my lifeless corpse off that battlefield. I don't really plan to drag you from anywhere, but you'll come back regardless. Like I said, don't count on me actually dying. You'll still owe me once all this is said and done. I know. I can't believe you actually managed to finish it. Yeah, trust me, I can't either. Just do me a favor and don't do what I think you're going to do with it. We'll hold off on that. I wanted it in my back pocket just in case. You know, worst case scenarios and all. Yeah. I understand. I think in the now, you always think ahead. We complement each other. That's why we're good twins. Be safe. And we'll snap to a quiet scene in the tavern of our heroes, Ascher, Amelia, Strongjaw, Johnny, Sidri, Wilfric, Bessie, and many of the others in the hole in the wall that you've worked with. Archie and Arya. You see Hana, you see Tress. You even see, for the first time in I think maybe half the campaign's entire length, you see Scotch for the first time. And I bet every single one of you forgot who Scotch was.
Honestly, maybe.
So standing in a ninja-like attire, with a short curved blade on his hip, and a tight mask pulled around his face, kind of a desert bandit style, you see Scotch. Still his shaved head with the tribal style tattoos. You remember he was Sidri's scout. He was the one that brought you information the night of the wedding. None of you are remembering this, are you?
Nope.
Remember the night Shade died?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Scotch was the guy you were meeting with while that was going on. Austin, do you even remotely remember any of this?
Barely.
Okay. To be fair, he hasn't been a prominent member. But you see just about everyone, minor member or major. Even the Candyman is here having a pre-drink or a pre-war drink, enjoying himself in spite of everything, having a chat with Mercurius. About this point in time, Lux will walk in, looking still whimsical as ever. Why does everyone look so tense? What am I hearing? Hello? Hello? Friends?
I know what that sounded like, but if it's what I think it sounded like...
What?
Okay.
Holly, did you just microdose? Because you started snoring.
No? I think that's was Cinder.
Okay. If you sleep, he gets to dump ice on you. Okay?
I literally have my phone next to Cinder. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, right now, I'm giving him permission to do it, and you know that's all he needs.
I don't even need that.
I know you don't, but you give an inch, you take a mile, motherfucker. Hey, Rafe, I appreciate your cheers.
I am actually needing to grab my headphones. Hang on. Because I can barely hear you. Anyway.
So, Asher, do you respond at all to Lux?
I imagine Asher will probably be distracted by preparations.
Jeez, everyone is so quiet and tense right now. Everybody, come on. Speak up. What's on your minds?
Surviving the fight of our lives, primarily.
I think the fight of our lives was the Leviathan, if I have to be real with you. But that's just my opinion. Look, whatever happens tomorrow happens.
Dead?
God, that was so loud. Whatever happens tomorrow happens.
Both of your fucking earbuds are not dead.
Holly.
Okay, I can hear him clear now, but not for the last one.
Okay. Well. So. I completely forgot what I was even saying. Oh. Surviving the fight of our lives is... I mean... Welcome to every time we leave the fucking city anymore. It's kind of been that way since I got this thing. He, messes with his robotic arm.
It is quite an unfortunate point.
I mean, you call it unfortunate. There's one thing I started considering after a recent talk with Lady Law that I hadn't before. What if all of this... What if everything we're doing... It's a God's blessing and fate's opposition? what if we're trying to literally rewrite the board and fate's fighting back? Things are never going to be easy to begin with. We're saving the world. I mean, take you, for instance. When I met you, you were lying in a hospital bed, missing an arm and a leg, wondering if you were even going to fight or how. You spent a year of time in a suit of armor. I didn't even know what your real face looked like.
Alright. I have excused myself, and Strongjaw is here.
Hello. We're all having a tavern talk. Just a little, like, reminiscing moment.
Hey, you remember when I killed that Dragna?
Yes, you never fucking shut up about it anymore.
I know, it was so cool!
All the dwarves around you raise a glass and I hate it here. I hate it here.
When Amelia jumps out the window without realizing that she didn't have a broomstick with her.
Many blunders, but many high moments too. For all the talk of horrible, horrible things that have happened to us, there have been some pretty amazing moments. What about the festival? The fireworks? That first camp out in the caves. When none of you trusted me, remember that?
Yeah.
Yo-yo wizard.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Hey, I think you still owe me money for that.
One of our finest moments, wouldn't you agree, Asher?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still gonna get you two back for that.
The taste of revenge is so sweet.
Well, you say revenge. She did. It's been so much back and forth. This dysfunctional ass family hasn't died somehow by some grace of miracle.
Admit it, we're meant for each other.
Shut up. God, speaking of that first time we all met down in the mines, the first time we got back and celebrated at the festival, Emrick was still with us.
I do miss him sometimes.
I want to tell everyone, I did try to bring him back, but it didn't work. Something interfered. I don't exactly know what that means, but you're not the only one that misses him, even in spite of what happened at the end. At this point in time, Mercurius turns around, walks over, puts down a handful of shot glasses, and just begins to pour very sloppily over each one of them. And he puts one in front of every single one of us. Here's to healing, to forgiving, and to those we've lost along the way. Lux will drink without hesitation.
Yeah, Asher would probably take that shot.
Take that shot straight away.
Strongjaw takes that shot and then goes, "One more, please."
I'll take a
Like
shot.
the frat boy, like, Hua!
Amelia, as the one who very rarely drinks anymore, Or, no, you just don't drink in the campaign. Make a constitution check, because this is a top shelf bottle.
Oh, please fail.
Damn it.
Please
We
fail.
haven't had Drunk Amelia in like
Alright.
7 months.
Alright, I have to make
Please.
her con save. Hang on.
DC,
Hang on, really
DC of 16.
Load, please. It's loading her character sheet.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, she passes. She's fine. She's a little bubbly.
Yee!
What the fuck was that noise? Never give Holly alcohol.
Ow.
She just turns into the gnome.
No.
Cats in the cradle and a silver spoon.
How?
What the
what?
fuck?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
No,
What is-
Amelia tries
what?
to start singing
What?
the Cats in the Cradle, that song.
That song doesn't
What
exist
the
in
fuck?
D&D.
I'm sorry, what is the correlation between gnomes and that song?
We talked about gnomes and drinking, and you're like, yeah, a song about a dad leaving his kid and wife.
Wait, what?
Did you
Oh,
hold
dude.
on? Did you not know what that's what that song is about? It's
No,
about
I did not.
it's about a dad suffering divorce and leaving his kid and wife behind to start over. That's why the line is literally, "Don't know when I'm coming home, son," or don't. I don't fucking remember how the song goes, but it's basically like, "I don't know when I'm coming home. I'll see you soon, son. Love you."
What the fuck?
Think about the lyrics
See?
with that context, and that song becomes a lot sadder.
Oh no.
Do you
I was just
never
thinking
pay
of
attention to
Donkey
the
off of
context
Shrek.
lyrics?
It just ruined. It just ruined a song for you, didn't I?
You just ruined an old country song for Holly.
Where the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. See? The silence!
I'm good.
Good goddamn Christ.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just shattered your innocence that hard.
You just fucking hit that shit with a hammer of dawn real quick.
Well. Ah, God. Speaking of things that we've all forgotten about, where the hell has Ricardo been? Didn't you owe him a date?
I thought we killed him for some reason.
Why did... Wait, we killed Ricardo? When did that happen?
What? No?
That's wild.
Did we
When
not?
did we
Dude, you
kill
don't
Ricardo?
remember Dude, you don't remember he had a whole, like, redemption arc and is kind of, sort of, not really our friend now?
No, I didn't even know that. What? No one's told me shit. The last thing I heard, because no one has filled me in on anything about this guy. I'm playing this like Lux doesn't know everything, because he doesn't, you know. No, none of you filled him in particular on anything going on with all of that redemption and that whole bit of him helping you and stuff. Wild question then. Anyone heard from Chip lately?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It is concerning that he got what he wanted and did just disappear.
Huh. That is weird.
I mean, he helped us. We wouldn't have been able to get to the next part of this whole thing. I mean, we survived the war. We can go to the temples now. We've seen what one looks like, though it's changed a bit. We kind of know what we're expecting. We wouldn't have gotten that far if he hadn't stepped in. I mean, maybe I could have built the skeleton key, let's be real. Eventually, I probably could have made the skeleton key.
Oh, of course.
Shut up and drink.
But did we have that much time?
Hell no! Nor do we have the resources. I didn't fucking know what that thing is made of, and studying it, I still fucking don't. My guess is it's made of something that came from the astral sea. It's ethereal in nature, got properties of intangibility and ghost-like matter. I'm not really exactly sure what the fuck it is, if I'm being real with you. I think it's its otherworldly properties that give it the ability to punch holes in the ley lines. So when all of this is said and done, whose temple do we go for first?
I would like to volunteer as tribute.
Temple of Earth. Arena will go.
I spoke to my god, and I know what to expect.
Okay. What did he tell you?
Trial is gonna be a one-on-one fight between the two of us.
Fuck. You've got to throw hands with Cord.
Yeah.
Alright.
You are just about the most resilient barbarian I've ever seen. You may actually be able to pull it off.
Wow. He's gonna snap his fingers at this point, getting a little more comfortable. And you guys hear music start to play as you watch ethereal instruments start to float behind all of you with prestidigitation. You hear just this lively tavern music. So, okay. We don't really know what Amelia's new god is like. But I'll tell you right now, Lady Law is cold and indifferent, and I adore her for it. Her trial, on the other hand, I mean, I've been warned of what to expect. It's not combat. It's definitely going to be interesting, though. And I might go alone, personally, because I've seen what my powers can do. I can only imagine what stepping into her world is going to be like. I'm telling you now, you've never experienced it. I've saved you the kindness of my distorted illusions. I don't want to see what she can do, but I'm going to have to.
Yeah, it would probably be dangerous for the rest of us, honestly.
I have a feeling she intends for me to do mine alone to begin with. There may be some inclination that I'm wrong, and I might need someone to save me, but hey, we'll roll the dice when we get there, and it might just be my brother. What about you, Asher?
I can't quite remember if I know anything about my trial.
Maxwell told you it was going to be a test of everything that you had learned so far.
Test of what you cut out?
Everything you've learned so far.
Apparently, my trial is a test of everything I've learned thus far.
And what have you learned so far?
I would like to hope
Silence
that-
is,
Mercurius steps forward. Your brother told me what to expect from Ragna. He got far enough to talk to him. He knew what the trial was going to be. It's intense, but might be fun. Though, I would like all of your help, if that's possible. We can save that for later, obviously. So, damn, he got there in like a month time compared to all of you. That sucks.
Kinda put things into perspective.
Don't do that to yourselves. I had motivation. There was something going on. I had to go. Let's just say me and Lux's brother had a nice run-in with a doppelganger of his. The prick looked exactly like him. Lux kind of looks over at this point. Go on. Dark, twisted. When we got word of what was going on, he was rampaging through small villages. What was being found afterwards could only be described as husks of people. That soul-devouring motherfucker. Well, me and Vulcan tried to stand up against it. It did not go well. Vulcan got sent away pretty quick. Neither of us could really do anything at that point. And before I knew it, my shoulder had been ripped completely open. I pretty quickly lost the ability to fight after that. I was pretty much done for, but I guess my connecting to him allowed Ragna to meet me. I was presented a chance. And a new ability. Different from what Vulcan awakened to with a fire of destruction. Mine's a fire of rebirth. A phoenix flame, if you would. Every time I take damage, as long as it's not mortal, it heals. And I get a little bit stronger for it. Above campaign, it's a Zenkai boost. So, shortly after, everything with Ilton changed. He knew something was wrong, and he tried to run off. I don't know where he was heading off to, but when I tried to stop him, it was a bad sight. The person I knew and loved was gone. What was there in his place was a murderer. Cold, vicious. completely emotionless. Not him at all. He tried to kill me. I didn't have a choice. He pours himself another drink, finishing it in pretty much one go. At that point, I really started to question things. Why it took all of you to get as far as I had in so long. It took you all so long, but along the way, I had to step back. Once the anger died down, I realized all of you were dealing with your own lives. I mean, one of you was being hunted by a dark syndicate. One of you is trying to find your place in this world. One coming to terms with being misplaced. And the other one ripped from what was supposed to be nobility. I was selfish to lash out like I did, and I'm sorry. You've all done your best, and I see that now truly. If we don't work together, we're gonna fall apart. So, and as he says this last bit, he pours another round of drinks for everyone in the shot glasses. For the sake of a peaceful world, let's all work together.
Here's to that.
Well, anyone else got anything to say?
Amelia is currently without voice.
Is she good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just listening intently.
Anyone got anything else to say?
Not really. At least I don't.
Sidri steps forward. He has a large, decent-sized wooden box he's holding with two hands, and he sits it down on the table. All of you have worked so hard for me. It's been so hard to gather the resources we needed to protect and serve this fine city, but we've done it time and time again. From odds and end jobs to community service, to so many people helped when the royals wouldn't step in, and now, on the precipice of war, we stand here preparing ourselves, and I couldn't be prouder of each of you. You've all come such a long way. I thought it'd be a good time to give these to you. There's an old legend in Nyx. It talks about a time of chaos when the kingdom first rose. The Nightfall Kingdom finding its place, its roots in the world was a struggle for sure, attacked by invaders and bandit swarms alike. But in the end, a blessing always seemed to shine in the darkest parts of the night sky. People came to call it the Light of Nyx. Others came to call it the Morningstar. I say all of you are the Light of Nyx. Because without any of you, there is no tomorrow. He opens the box, and inside you see some very lovely brass and platinum intertwined rings, the brass forming a very large star in the center the bands wrapping around each other, forming what appeared to be 3 cross weave style stitches, and emblazoned in letters that are glowing a soft color, each one matching a color thematic to you. For Asher, gold. For Lux, green. For Amelia, blue. For Strongjaw, deep, rich brown. Johnny, it's a pale, icy blue. It says Morningstar.
Yeah, I didn't get a response from Piggy.
I'll make sure to show him this, don't worry.
You said Asher's was red?
Gold.
Gold. Okay.
So, I had Lux enchant them all. They're unique. In light of what happened with Mercurius in such a desperate time of need when none of us could get to him, they will act as a transmitter. Each carries a portion of your own ability or magic. Each one will respond to the other. If one of you is looking for the other, you just need to think of that person. Follow the ring. Everyone go get some rest. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. And with that, he leaves everyone to gather their ring out of the box, and he goes on his way for the evening. Well, shit, that almost made me cry. I'm gonna go take a walk. And Lux is going to head out onto the streets. What does everyone else want to do?
I think I'll probably retire to my room for the night.
Okay.
I think I will tune in for the night as well.
Johnny will do the same. Yep. And
Oh, hi, cat.
morning. Does anyone want to do anything before this final rest period?
Oh God, this cat's in.
Fat ass away from the microphone, for one.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything throughout the night? Ship, it's good to see you. All the love, my friend. I hope you're doing okay. It's so good to see you. I adore you for being here.
All
Please
right.
get some rest when you can.
Asher doesn't have any alchemic materials right now, so he can't really make potions.
You really don't have time.
Or time, yeah. Yeah, time is.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
The next morning does break. And with it, all of you are greeted by the sounds of rushing footsteps, shuffled whispers, a little bit of yelling here and there. And then you hear, loud and clear, magically enhanced to echo through the halls. Everyone in the hole in the wall, fighter, head, wake up, gear up, and get ready to go. Make for your positions. Civilian, evacuee, head for the back office through the gilded doors. There's a magical portal that's going to take you somewhere safe. You hear a lot of running, a lot of talking. There's just commotion as waves of people start shuffling through the halls of the hole in the wall. A place once completely hidden, a secret you guarded life and death for. In a time of crisis, made for the only safe refuge out now that the armies have surrounded Nyx and cut off all of the roads. What does everyone do?
I
I
grab
get
my shit and
all
go
of my
help.
gear.
One at a time. Let's start with Holly. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get all of my gear and meet in the hall where everyone should be, where we're all gonna be at.
Everyone will be leaving the rooms. Asher, what do you do? Do you do anything in particular before you get ready?
I imagine the only thing he would do before grabbing his gear and leaving is looking toward the princess if she's not already, like, gone. And
No, she's actually sitting there with nothing packed, with no clear sign of movement.
Huh?
Help her! Help your girlfriend!
No, it isn't about help. Because you had both talked about her evacuating. She kind of looks at you. Did you really think I was actually going to leave?
Well, given the circumstances, I'd much rather you be in a safe place, but I'm not too surprised.
I'm not surprised you're not surprised. And yeah, you want me to be in a safe place while you rush towards an army. Little hypocritical, isn't it?
I'm not technically the one who's supposed to be leading the country in the future.
Neither am I.
What happened to you being the princess?
My brother's the prince.
We're just going to go in circles, aren't we?
I mean, we can, but don't you have more important things to do right now? How about instead of...
saving civilians is rather important as well.
Yes, and if you fail to do that, I'll be really disappointed in you.
I won't exactly be alive to hear your complaints.
Oh, I'll make sure you'll hear them. I'm not
Are
leaving.
you coming with me then?
No. That would be stupid. Staying, I will do. I'll hide out here, and any civilians that still need evacuating, I'll lead them to the portal. This place is fortified, and it has magical defenses. Plus, well, I went and peeked at what my brother was preparing with Lux all this week. You really need to stop making him mad. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's going to disintegrate the loss of us, isn't he?
Not us.
Oh god. What is he doing?
So, as everyone steps out into the hallway, to the sight of the entire party's bewilderment, you see one Lux and two other Luxes, slightly pale and shimmering. And each of them are putting the finishing touches on a large automaton-style robot. There are 13 of them standing in a line. Morning!
What have you been doing?
What do you think I've been doing?
Have you been preparing a small battalion the entire week?
I prefer elite squadron, thank you. So, they look a lot like Thelma, but bulkier, looking like they're meant to take a lot of damage. Each one has a very large tower shield emblazoned with that same Morningstar emblem, and then a very large black steel style heavy bastard sword in the other hand. They're all modeled, like I said, after Thelma, so they look like old sci-fi style robots. And he kind of just looks at him very proudly and says, "Do you like them? I call them the Light Brigade."
As long as they're not pointed at us.
But yes, this is why I've been busy all week. It wasn't easy to make these, though getting gifted simulacrum of myself definitely helped. You watch as the three Luxes do high fives, and he kind of just says, "Okay, team, me and me and me and Rena are off." So they all part ways with you guys, heading off for the magic and shopping districts gate to set up. Or, well, they've already set up. Everything has already been prepped, which at this point, I would like everyone to go over what they did just for the audience real quick. Strongjaw, talk about your Coliseum. What did you decide with the resources that you were presented?
I walled off part of the city to make a basic recreation of the fucking Roman Colosseum in its prime. Funnel the enemies through it. Just throw hands, fucking all of them.
You and I'm not kidding, I rolled to see how many of his followers would show up. And by followers,
How many boys?
yeah, so Ragnar has his own little like fraternity. Let's just say most of them showed up. As you walk into the Colosseum and behold Ragnar proudly standing there, fist held high in the air, and behind him 300 muscular, beefy boys all raring to go.
Damn.
How does it feel to be the main character of a gladiator movie for a session?
I think Strongjaw is the happiest Strongjaw has been in this entire campaign.
That is incredible.
It's like that scene of Captain America looking at the Hulk and just going, "Hulk, smash." And then the Hulk just smiles.
Instead of, I've got an army, we've got a Hulk, it's, I've got an army, we've got 300 Hulks.
Hey, this one's Tony. I just watched Tony eat a fucking brick. He's dumb as shit, but he's gonna kill you. Oh god, that's gonna be a bloodbath. Amelia, we'll go to you next. So, you've been given 150 archers that you've spread out into strategic positions to pick off people along the way. You've still got 50 that have been held back at the main gate with you. You've got a small army of about another 50 foot soldiers, as well as you've got 4 brown bears that have been brought back into the campaign by the doctor, who overheard what you were talking about last session and just so happened to remember, oh yes, you left those brown bears at my estate and they have been kind of living there. This would be a great time to give them back.
I kind of forgot those brown bears
You
existed,
didn't
to be fair.
go back for them. You didn't go back for them.
You just left a family of brown bears in somebody's house.
God, you're such a terrible owner. My God. Those poor bears.
Poor bears, poor owner.
As well,
Imagine just trying to live somewhere with 4 grizzlies just in your basement.
Oh god.
I'd love to have the family over for dinner tonight, but there are 4 fucking bears in my foyer.
Fucking what is wrong, dude?
Oh my god. Other than that, you have yourself standing atop the arch over the gate. Next to you is Alpha, looking, you know, she's got her ceremonial white style robes on, the big crooked tree limb style staff with the small red bauble buried into the wood. Her hair done up in that really tight warrior style bun with the silvery styled star gems weaved through it. She looks pissed. Sidri is standing next to her, and next to him is Scotch and Mercurius. And Alpha looks at you. I swear to God, you were the one that got me called out here. You better pull your weight, child. If I'm the only one casting healing magic today, you will feel my wrath.
Yes, ma'am. Where's Coda?
Coda's nearby. He's ahead with the rest of the scouting party. He's leading the archers. He's actually come quite into his own as a leader. I would honestly, after this, like to potentially talk about making him one of my royal generals.
I think that would be the greatest idea.
So, everything else is in place on Amelia's front. Ascher, you, Wilfric, Adon, and Bessie are all standing in front of the civilian quarters, along with all of Adon's bros, which is, if you remember, they're the Magic College bros, so they all act like shithead sports jocks, but most of them are like insane spellcasters. Standing in front of them is an army of 300, all in gold-gilded uniform, and standing in front of them, in her full glory, sporting a fucking gladiator-style outfit, full, like, leather armor with the, like, iron chest plate, the fucking hard helmet, a broadsword, and a fucking round shield, you see Madam Mighty standing frontline fucking raring to go. And if you guys remember, she's a half giant, so she is 9 foot tall and fucking huge. She's a 9 foot tall half giant built like Brock Lesnar. Asher, what were the preparations that you took on this battlefield?
Asher crafted a Legends of the Hidden Temple style dungeon and essentially placed it so it's the only way in and out of that wing of the city.
Yep. So there's a dungeon ahead of these soldiers. It is a decently scaled dungeon, approximately 4 rooms in length. The walls of the city have irreparably changed from all of this, obviously. The Colosseum reworked a good portion of the area nearby. The maze is covering a lot of the grasslands that occupied the space outside of the shopping district. Ironically, the nobles' quarters are the only ones we really didn't, like, change in any major way. On my side of things, we've got Lux, we've got Lux, we've got Lux, and we've got Rena, and we've got a humongous, let's say 2 football field sized giant stone maze that looks normal from the outside. But once you step into it, essentially, you all know what MC Escher paintings look like, yeah?
Oh, yay.
So for those of you who don't, let me just pull up something you can be expecting. Yeah, here it is. So this is about what they're dealing with right now. When they walk in, every direction is inverted in some way, shape, or form. There are stairways leading to nowhere, some leading up the walls, some leading up the opposite staircases, some extending and jutting out from others, archways that lead nowhere, walls that have doors up high that can't be reached normally. Somehow, furniture, affixments, torches, all of it floating sideways magically. A true hell-like maze. And there's a minotaur in there. It's pretty sick, right?
I didn't even know off the top of my head who MC Escher was, but I figured it would be something like that.
I'm the champion of reality. What did you expect?
Pretty much that. Not gonna lie.
Love it.
So, okay. Well, we can stop with this calm music. because now it's fight time. Everybody. Izzy, you are number 1. Holly, you're number 2. Austin, you're number 3. Lux will be number 4 in this situation. But before I get to that, suddenly, it begins to snow over Nyx, which never happens here unless it's winter. As all of you watch, as the waterways around the city suddenly begin to instantaneously crystallize and freeze, sealing large portions of the waterway and making very large ice barricades along each path. Ramparts made along each of the major bridges made of ice, and you watch as 13 snow golems materialize in the center of town.
So Johnny's not fucking around. He's not technically here.
Johnny was busy, I take it. He did say he was going to prepare something.
That's definitely something.
So the snow golems start to move through town. And on that note, we will now roll. Okay. Looks like my side of things.
The snow golem?
No. Those are Johnny's. Those are on our side. We're fighting the armies. Because as each of you look out over the horizon, you watch the night breaks with the sound of heavy metal on the ground, clanking, lots of footsteps moving in unison. You see small lights dotting the horizon, each one getting closer and closer. As each of you watches army after army materialize, each of you looking at roughly 5,000 soldiers. Each of them is led by a general. Holly, for you, it's a woman with deep black hair, piercing crimson eyes, and a hellish-looking whip. Austin, for you, it's a man in gold armor, very large, bulking in nature, carrying a very, very chipped and damaged golden broadsword, walking forward. Izzy, for you, you see what can only be described as a literal stitched together amalgamation of body parts, as a grotesque Frankenstein-like monster leads this portion of the army.
Flesh golem. Right.
For Lux, that's to say an old friend has revealed, as in front of him walks a man, large in nature, barrel-chested with a bit of a gut, with angry-style clown makeup on, smoking a cigar, with a very unique clover-bladed sword. Fuck you, Grund! You're dying today! All of you will hear over the spy's murmur.
Okay.
If you guys remember, this was the other clown, the one that Amelia basically one-on-one'd at the wedding. The one who had the sawed-off style shotgun and the club blade.
Oh yeah.
He's back.
Looks like his dumbass teamed up with the losing side. Probably because he's pissy that I beat his wife. Or whoever the fuck he was to her.
No one's in there.
The army for Ascher steps into the dungeon. And you watch as Madame Mighty's army begins to coordinate behind itself, falling in line and with expert precision, already knowing how to navigate the traps that you have installed. They walk in with the full intent of a small strike force wiping out an army dealing with a dungeon, little by little. For me, the army enters the maze, except for Grund, who uses Dimension Door and appears right in front of us. So that's... Lux is going to pull his gun, instantly twirl it on his finger like a cocky asshole, smile and point it at him.
Swinging.
So I'll conduct my battle here, but I'm not going to make you guys sit here and just watch me fight against myself, essentially. Amelia. This woman's army begins to march with her.
Yes.
She steps forward, and with a crack of her whip, you watch the ground cracks and bends as 3 very large carnivorous plants in the shape of Venus flytraps emerge.
That's poison ivy.
Oh, God. Asher. You watch as this man turns around and raises a very large gilded lantern and begins to shake it. You hear him muttering something while laughing in a language that you can't really understand. And you watch as about 1,000 of his men suddenly fall to the ground dead. Their souls and life force sucked into the lantern itself. And he puts it away as his armor begins to glow in deep runic symbols etched along the gold. Suddenly, the ones that fell in his army rise back to their feet, now shambling masses of white, pale undead. I took some fun time setting all this up, by the way.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh my god. Okay, so they all move through the dungeon. Madam Mighty moves in with her strike force. Amelia, the plants now begin to make a rougher terrain as the rest of the army marches forward. Give me 1 second, and we'll be right back. I needed to run to the restroom anyway, and we're about to start the battle, so do me a favor, everyone make initiative rolls. We're going to do this in the order you roll the initiative.
Let's see here. Oh, that's it. Oh my god, I'm smart. Jesus Christ, why does roll 20 suck? Let's see. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I guess Amelia waits a minute. Asher rolled a 19 and Amelia rolled a 6.
A 6?
How the hell did you get a 6?
Her +2 initiative is 3, so apparently she rolled a 3.
Strongjaw, what'd you get?
21.
Okay. I got a 2, so it's okay. I don't mind going last in this rotation, personally. So it will be Strongjaw, Ascher Hayde, and Amelia Lockhart. Then Lux Honda. Boop. Strongjaw, the first portion of the army, including the Frankenstein-esque general, marches in. He wields a giant spiked club, one of those old ball-style maces with the heavy spikes on it. You see pieces of metal jutting out of him, as if the armor itself is sewn into his body.
Yeah. Together this Novel's champion.
What?
Well, it's like a stitch together Novel's champion.
A little bit.
Fucked up.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Ascher, the final thing you behold before the general and his army proceed into the dungeon is that he manifests a very unique, pale black and green horse, emitting fire, similar to the steed in Darksiders 2. You watch as the general, or the armor, removes its head and begins to carry it under its arm as it mounts the horse and rides into the dungeon.
He just casually rips the thing's head off before riding it into the dungeon.
Denji, no, he took his own head off. So he took the armor off and there was
Oh.
nothing underneath.
Oh, boy.
Did you just realize what you were fighting?
You know what? I think I just did. That's
Is that
wild
just
and
Phantom
horrifying.
Ganon? God. What'd you say?
That's wild and slightly horrifying.
So, immediate carnage begins to ring out from all directions. The sounds of metal clashing on metal, screaming and shouting, directions being given and orders being hollered. Artillery and explosions, fire raging, so many sounds as war completely overtakes everything around us. Almost done with my Spanish here. I'm glad to hear it. I hope it goes well for the rest. Strongjaw. You watch as the flesh golem, as you so lovingly put it, walks in with a small battalion behind him. The rest stationed waiting for order. He walks in, looking around, seeing the stands of the Colosseum all littered with Ragnar's men and you standing proudly at the head. And he just looks up. This is what I'm supposed to be met with. They bring me back to life to deal with Orant and his pathetic friends. Fine. Get out of my way. Do you say anything in retaliation, or what do you do? Izzy, are you there? Methinks Strongjaw had to step away for a mo. Which is fine, because we were going to take a quick break anyway. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to take a smoke when I get back because I just got some birthday smoke. And I'm going to grab some tea. Denji, I'm glad you're almost done with your Spanish. How much more do you have left? It's wartime, y'all. We're finally here. The battles are kicking off. Who's going to win? Will it be me?
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I'll do that later.
We're back. Strong draw.
I am here. Hello, yes. It's me.
It is the strongest jaw. So yeah, the Frankenstein amalgamation marches into the Colosseum, looking up at you. He just very loudly says, "This is what stands in my way. This is what I'm brought back to life for. A pathetic runt and his pathetic frat friends. Move aside."
We ain't pathetic.
I would like you to please roll for initiative one more time. This is the initiative for your so this is the initiative for your individual battle.
Yeah. Well, I got 21 again.
Okay. He got 20. The army got 2. Ragnar's boys got 19. Ragnar himself got 14. So it's going to go Strong Jaw, Frankenstein Man. Then it's going to go Ragnar's boys, Ragnar, and then the opposition. So as you stand up in the up in the seats of the Colosseum, looking down into the pit that they have all walked into, what do you do with the first move? Wow, the heavy metal guitar feels appropriate right now. Everyone just starts hearing Freebird for some reason.
I was more along the lines of like "Hail to the King" by Avenged Sevenfold, but you know.
Who's playing AC/DC right now?
Why do I hear Thunderstruck? Fuck, what do I do is a good fucking question.
I don't know, this boy just talked shit on you.
Prove him wrong.
Prove wrong.
Punch him in the penis.
Grab his dick.
Just hear a bunch of like, dude, bro, that just wasn't cool, man, from behind you. One fucking look at him and go, well, we're gonna fucking prove you wrong. And of course, I would like to rage.
This close to your allies.
Well, wait, am I... Okay, can I run up on him? And then?
Absolutely. So you jump down, heading towards the center of the arena, as you begin to scream and rage, sending a wave of intimidation amongst the other soldiers, to say the least. Let me pull up your magic.
Oh god, this is gonna be...
Please roll a d20.
This is gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be nothing, or it's gonna be detrimentally insane to one of us.
It was 18.
Okay. Please roll your d100.
$96.
Oh god, the further down, the harder the effect hits. How? That just looks... Okay. Sorry, I'm genuinely mentally trying to... I forgot I put this effect on this list. What a time for you to get this. Every inanimate object that isn't being worn or carried within 40 feet of you begins to emit an unearthly shadow, also becoming enshrouded with ethereal shadows for 1 minute of time. Enshrouded objects are obscured heavily. So as you land, you scream in rage, running towards this man with your axe in hand, as a wave of shadow erupts around you in a 40-foot perimeter, enshrouding everything and turning everything not directly interacting it with one of them into a shadowy like veil, a glimpse of a potential other side in their eyes. As I'm going to count this as an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Where is my... $19.
I cannot believe this shit. Yeah. So that happened. Just give me one moment. I apologize. I am pulling up the actual map now. Put that away. Okay, and I'm keeping the lines here at the bottom to tell where everything will fall line-wise, so we'll be okay. I can basically eyeball that based on where the grid lines are. That's perfect. This is... The reason I'm doing this like this is because each of these is basically going to be its own fight. And every single one of them now has a diverse battle map because of all of us. Y'all did not make my job easy on this one, but hey, we're here, so... You guys will see what I'm doing here in a second on stream. I'm just adding a few touches to the map and getting things set up.
So that's fucking insane.
Yeah? I would definitely say so. Absolutely ridiculous what's happened here.
Will you stop that?
Stop what?
One of the dogs is behind me and she's just like burrowing into my fucking bed sheets.
Aw.
And they just like, they go and they like dive against them and just like rub themselves against it. So I'm just sitting here and behind me that whole time you're explaining shit, I just hear like
God.
Are you sure it's a dog and not Stitch?
She's a little rat. I love her.
Okay, so he's here.
Go bye. Alright, yes.
Sorry, I'm just looking for stuff to represent each one of the armies. So right now, we're just going to say the army is suddenly swarmed by all of Ragnar's men from the two directions behind him, cutting off aid and leaving this in a one-on-one situation. So, in that regard, let me put your turn comes to an end. It goes to his turn. He's going to step forward, laughing while he does. He's going to raise up the club, and he's going to take 2 strikes at you. Does an 18 hit your armor class?
No, my armor class is 21.
Okay. Jesus fuck, seriously?
Yeah.
Alright, putting in my notes, nerf strong jaw. Got it.
Like, completely unironically.
Jesus Christ, how did I let that happen? When did I let that happen? So you managed to block both. Under his breath, he begins to wave his fingers and say something in a deep language you can't understand. As suddenly, the area around
What
you...
the fuck? Cursing at me?
He's speaking enchanting table.
Speaking Minecraft!
Oh god, he's speaking PlayStation logo!
He's speaking PlayStation intro.
So he begins to emit a cloud of darkness from his feet that envelops both of you.
Fuck.
That is his turn. Ragnar's men, Ragnar, and the army in the back all clash. Ragnar is going to leave this to a one-on-one, and he says, "If you need me, you say help, but I won't step in until then."
I'll call you if I need you. Don't count on it.
Oh god, don't get your ass kicked now. So, with that, it goes back to the top of the turn order, but before we continue with Strongjaw...
Oh, forgot, sorry, hi.
Johnny's finally here! Holy shit! Why didn't you
Johnny?
see my fucking message? What's wrong with you?
I was at the store.
So,
I'm now
okay,
cooking dinner.
this works perfectly. Johnny,
Yeah, hi.
due to the notes that you have made and what we have talked about previously, you set up a large bunker leading directly into the underground secret passageways that we found during the last zombie, situation. You surrounded the area with those snow golems and you froze the waterways. And you are currently holding back waves of fighters, soldiers, and whatnot alike in the middle of town. At this point in time, with the aid of the rest of the misfits from the hole in the wall, the fighting has died down here, but it is erupting on the 4 major battlefields that had come up. Where do you want to go? Each of us has split up and kind of commanded our own battlefield at this point. Strongjaw's in a coliseum full of frat bros. Ascher built a dungeon and is leading the charge through that. Amelia's on the front lines with a small army fighting back, and Lux made what looks to be a giant maze.
I'm gonna stay back and kind of play defensive. You know, if they get in, I'm gonna be backline support, like as if you know, if like one of the ways start to fail, I'll like be able to kind of just like go wherever need be. You know.
Oh yeah.
You have your like snow golems.
I do.
Yep.
Yes, but I would probably just like. I'd probably just kind of, you know, filter them out to like wherever they're at, like, you know, kind of put like one or two at each line, like one at each like line or whatever.
You were also given, before the war started, a ring that has the word Morningstar written on it, and Sidri has gone on to call everyone the Light of Nyx. The rings can basically help us find each other magically.
Okay.
As well, you stand with basically all of the civilian guard. You stand with most of the volunteer soldiers that have stepped forward. You're defending the civilian barracks that you've helped create and coat in this ice to protect. And as you're standing there, you watch as a very large man steps in. Heavy, trotting footsteps, a bulking frame, and a very large, steel-like hammer. Long white, braided-over beard. And with each step, the ground begins to crystallize in a pale, yellowish ice. A corrupted form of the beautiful magic that you have wielded your entire life.
Oh, my phone's kind of glitching out. Oh, it's cutting out.
You're good. How bad is it?
So, no, not too bad. So, there's a dude walking up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing he's not with us.
One of the soldiers would look at you. I've never seen this man before in my life.
What was that?
Never seen this one before in my life. One of the soldiers beside you says.
Shit.
Are you
Who might you be?
Who you'd ask my name? Are you the one defending this place?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Well, if you are, I'm gonna have some issues with that.
Well,
What's that?
Because it's my here job to kill every civilian I can come across. Cause as much general mayhem as I want to. That's what they let me out of
Well, you
prison
sound like a
for.
lovely person.
I was let out of prison today for the first time in 10 years. I'm not gonna waste the opportunity. Move, please.
Oh no, I can't do
look,
that.
he has manners.
What'd you say, Pig?
Oh no, I can't do that.
Well, then you can die like the rest of them. What's a little more blood? So we'll roll for your initiative here in a moment, but we'll add you to the last part of the list here. Ascher, switching over to your version of the battlefield with the dungeon, which I do not have a proper map for because, well, we're just going with a generic dungeon layout. You come across the sounds of fighting echoing through the walls of the dungeon, yelling and shouting, typical sounds of war. What do you do as some soldiers do trickle out, your men jumping forward and beginning to take them down with ease? What do you yourself want to do? Ascher? Okay.
I imagine Asher would help them clear out the fire until, you know, the big bad showed up.
Wave after wave keeps pouring into the dungeon, but only few are trickling out, as it is definitely impeding their pathing. You're going to be waiting a while, so if you're playing the waiting game, that's kind of what you're waiting for, as you go ahead and roll me a survival check real quick to see how well you're holding off. And Amelia!
Survival?
Yep.
Yes.
You watch as this taller woman with the whip just walks forward casually. Which
She
one?
hot? Sorry.
Stop it, you. Which one of you finds yourself in charge today?
Sorry, say it again.
Ooh.
Rough. You're definitely fighting back.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
you're
that's
meeting opposition for sure. Sidri steps forward. It is I. Then you are the one who will die first. Does Amelia say or do anything here?
Over my dead body.
That is easy enough to arrange.
I'd like to see you try.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
The army begins to move forward. Amelia, roll your initiative.
I gotta pull her up real quick.
Johnny, what did you get on your initiative
God, I
roll?
hate roll 20.
Soft 20.
Okay.
Amelia rolled a 10.
Okay. So,
Your dice just wants to kill me today, bro.
Amelia, suddenly, as the rest of the army progresses and moves in, you watch Coda leads the rest of the archers back out of the forests and back up the rear, beginning to pick off the lower part of the army down the hills and slopes. Sidri and the rest of the troops advance forward, and as you begin to move, the woman in question cracks her whip upon the ground, and around you a shimmering ethereal barrier appears, sequestering you and her in a about 30 by 30 space. If you were so elegant to die for him, that would be amazing. Live up to your words.
So 30 feet, huh?
Yep.
Well, damn it, dude. What I was about to do is automatically gonna kill me.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna shoot the cannonball arrow. Right at her.
Try it. It'll be fun.
Oh no.
Who knows? You might blow a hole in the wall.
So, everyone steps forward into their fight a little more. Johnny, you get the first move against this hammer-wielding man.
Okay. I guess Give me 1 second. Ah, god damn it, the shrimp I bought has tails.
That sucks.
Yum.
Sorry, I'm currently cooking. Let me pull up a spell real quick. I know what I'm gonna do, I just, you know...
Do you want some time to cook?
Yeah. If you could do that for me, because my roommates are also being dicks and trying to, you know...
That's
Sorry, I had to
Roommate,
be
leave
loud.
him the fuck alone!
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, yeah.
We'll run the other stuff for now, and let me know when you're ready, okay? Strongjaw, back to you and your turn.
Started.
What?
Started.
It's your turn, jackass.
God, I want food now. Damn it.
Okay, am I all up in his shit?
Yeah, you're both like fist fighting in the dark.
I have question.
Yes.
What is the black flame axe that I have?
The Black Flame Axe is it's the axe that was wielded by the buff vampire. When he called upon its word, it radiated with a otherworldly flame that hurt like hell. Above game, it allows you to cast Firewall once a day, and any swing you make with the axe after invoking its ability deals an additional 2d4 fire damage.
Oh yeah, that's alright. Can I pull that on him?
Yes. So you pull out the Black Flame.
Do you want to do my rolls so people can see them?
Yes, that's fine. So, first strike, second strike. Are you sure you want me to do your rolls? You rolled a 5 and a 6, just a heads up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my rolls. I'm gonna do my rolls. Yeah.
Okay. So, plus proficiency plus 1 for the weapon.
What you trying to do to me, man? Shit.
It's not my fault. That was roll 20.
So, first roll is D20.
Yep, D20, and then you're gonna add 1 for the weapon, and then your proficiency.
What should be a 1 would be hilarious.
And you're rolling at disadvantage because you're in the dark.
Didn't Strongjaw get dark vision at one point?
Dark vision doesn't cut through magical darkness.
I got 17.
Okay, that still hits. And then I'll roll your damage here. So you're 3. Beep. Oops, that was supposed to be. Yeah, okay. Okay, so not too bad. You've dealt a pretty solid 16 damage on the first swing. Second swing.
Arrgh.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not letting me roll for you. I just test rolled and it gave you a 4. It doesn't want you to win.
Shit.
What you got?
I got an 18, but disadvantage would make it a 10.
Pain. That one does not hit. Okay. It's now his turn.
I did hit the first one though, so I can cast that thing on him, right? I can cast the effect on him.
What Which effect?
Of the axe, or...
So the axe dealt the additional burn damage already.
Ah, cool.
As your move comes to an end, you still have your bonus action to strike when you suddenly hear this voice in your head. Use me.
I recognize that.
Do you wish to draw Chaos Eater?
Yeah, I'll draw it. Sure, why not?
Since the last time you fought with this blade, you let it drink the blood of some interesting creatures. As you draw the blade, what was once a sleek, thin style longsword is now a heavy, one-sided cleaver. A long, square blade with a rectangular style handle. The handguard resembling dragon teeth. You raise it up to swing, and this is going to be your 20 plus your proficiency plus 3 for the weapon.
Oh, that sucks to read.
What?
We just lost the voice actor.
Which one?
A certain short, very prideful saying.
Wait. The Japanese voice actor for Vegeta passed away?
No, the English.
Austin? Are you sure? I think nerd culture would be losing their shit a little more right now. Okay.
Isn't the English
French
VA
dub.
fucking...
Incorrect. It's the French voice actor Eric Legrand.
Yeah, because the English VA is
I was about to
Christopher-
say, yeah, that's Chris
Christopher,
Sabat, my
right?
man. If Chris Sabat died, we
Huh?
would not be hearing about it casually.
The fucking... God, there would be an emergency broadcast on the fucking TV
Oh,
for that shit,
fucking-
bro, like...
The national anime networks would take over the airwaves. What are you even talking about? You had me so fucking scared. I was like, Brian Drummond, maybe, because the Ocean dub. Maybe he passed away, but if it had been Chris Sabat, I wasn't ready for it. That would have been the end of the episode.
Holy shit, dude, you can't do that to us.
Yes, it was Eric Legrand, who is the French dub voice actor for Vegeta, not the English dub voice actor.
Okay, that's still sad, but...
Very sad.
Huh.
Scared the fuck out of me.
I was going to turn this around and make it terrible, but I'm not going to do that.
Why and how?
No, I'm keeping those thoughts to myself.
I would love to know what's going on in your head. Please share with the class.
No.
Your spine is weak then.
I'm spineless, or I'm considerate of people's families.
I don't know. But so, you swing for Chaos Eater. Its new form dealing its gnarly 18 damage on the swing. You watch the blood that pours from the wound you carve into this man as you gash open his chest, pull up, and begin to be absorbed into the blade again. You feel that same rush as you now, until your next rest, gain a +1 to every attack. You use weapons that are as dark as my origin, friend. He waves his hand and he will cast Magic Missile at you.
Ah, fuck.
You're raging, so 15 points of damage 3 times, each one halved to take 7. So you take 21 points of damage from the barrage of Magic Missile as he rears back with his club and swings it up and cracks into your armor. Roll to strike is +5. He's going to hit for, 24.
Oh.
The club impacts you, pushing you back 5 feet. And you take 2d8 plus 6 damage. Another 11 points of damage, so 32 total. How do you retaliate?
Fucking hurt.
You're supposed to.
Is it my... Is it my go?
Yes, it's your turn.
Cause I would try and get another swing with the, Chaos Eater.
Okay. You take another swing with Chaos Eater. Go ahead and roll. Proficiency +3.
That was 23.
Okay. That hits. Damage. Roll. Okay. So another not soft 20. Another 20 points of damage dealt. You two trade blows back and forth, and as you get small glimpses of him through the darkness, you start to see what appears to be almost a smile on his face. As we're going to cut over to Amelia, you facing off with this woman. She very calmly smiles and says, "You can call me..." Well, actually, I'm not going to introduce myself to you. You're gonna be dead by the end of this. So let's fight already. She casts something at you. Amelia, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright. Austin, are you making that Constitution roll?
Oh, right.
Austin's just spaced out so hard right now.
Oh my god, that was...
I'm just like waiting for the results here, and he's just sitting over there. I'm
Okay.
just like, Austin.
24.
You succeed as you take 13 points of damage as a small mist begins to fill the barrier. You get this whiff of a sulfur-like smell as it begins to burn your lungs ever so slightly. She immediately waves her hand again and suddenly a lasso of lightning extends from her hand and suddenly chains around your neck. You take 13 points of damage from the gas, and then you take another 5 points of lightning damage from the witch bolt as it
Damn,
stays
okay.
connected to
Damn.
you. It's your turn.
I have 13 feet.
30 feet, yes.
30 feet. Cinder, off. Thank you. I have a cannonball arrow. How many, like, within that feet? I'm gonna die if I do this stuff. I don't want to die.
With this point blank, because the cannonball arrow is a range of 25 feet, if you stand at the edge of the barrier with her in the center, you will still be caught in the blast, and the issue is she is in the center. So do you want to do this or not?
I don't think I want to, because it will explode and I would die.
I need an answer, yes or no. Do you want to shoot
No.
this? Okay.
No.
I kind of wanted to see you do it, personally. Ship, I appreciate you still being here, brother.
Why would you want to see me do it, though?
Because it wouldn't kill you, and you have a healer on the field. Strategically speaking, above game, it's not the worst idea to just take her out. But this is your call what you do.
Alright. I breathe into my, my bow. Dragonheart. Cannonball arrow. Let's do it.
Okay, well, fuck. Okay, there's no roll necessary for this in a point-blank space. Anywhere you hit, it's going to explode the radius and hit both of you. So I'm just gonna roll the damage now.
Fireball.
I'm gonna roll the damage.
God.
I'm gonna roll the damage now. This is gonna take a minute. So...
Literally, I don't care how big the room is, or how small the room is, I cast Fireball.
Holly, would you like to come see your health before this takes place?
I'm a healer. We
Hold
got
on.
this.
Hold on. Shut up. 19, 28, 21, 43.
Jesus!
Hang on. I have to do some math real quick.
So 30 add 28 is 58. Add 43. 3 to the... So that would be 51. 61. Okay. That is 106 points of damage. How much health does Amelia have?
They dead? How much?
Excuse me while I correct this. Amelia, you are currently set at 6 points of health.
Fuck!
As the dust clears, you watch, almost in a horror-like state, as the witch bolt, the lightning still wrapped around your neck, tied to her wrist. She looks very hurt, but is still standing. Breathes deeply, and restricts hard on the collar of lightning around your neck. dealing 20 points of damage.
Death roll now. Damn it.
You were still tethered with...
Witch bolt. You stupid little bitch! I'm going to skin you alive.
Oh, fuck.
As she begins to walk towards you, pulling a knife from a small strap on one of her shoes, suddenly you hear what sounds like metal on flesh, and a sickening thud and a wet splatter as what lands in front of you is not her whip or her blade, but her head. As you turn, you see Coda, having used a charged sword to crack through the barrier and slice her head clean off. Without saying anything, he walks past and goes to rejoin Sidri. Amelia, at this point, Alpha sprints over as the chaos around you ensues with the battle rampaging on. The archers, your fighters, and the people you brought, all holding their ground while you are administered healing. She kind of looks at you. I've seen some crazy shit in my life, but very well done.
Well, was this for Coda? Probably would have been dead.
To be fair, I would have just brought you back to life.
She was gonna skin you alive, like, she was gonna get you back up.
So she heals you, casting heal for 70 hit points. As we can finally mark the fucking cannonball arrow off the list.
I was saying it for a perfect moment, and when you put me in that bowl, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking it and thinking it and thinking it. Yeah, I have another healer.
Holly, here's my question. Why here and not the Leviathan?
Did she have that arrow when the Leviathan
Yes,
showed up?
she did. Okay.
I was already in so many death rolls at that moment, I think.
Guys.
Because at that point, I was thinking about it, and then I went for another death roll.
Guys, she's had this arrow since the swamp town right before everyone found the princess and fought the dragon in the tower.
Oh my fucking god, you could have used it against the dragon!
I was saving it for a perfect moment.
It deals 20 d10 damage to whatever it hits in the radius.
My question is, how bad off was that woman, by the way, that bitch?
Oh, she's very hurt. She was very hurt.
How much was she?
Enough that one sword swing was enough to do her in.
Oh, yes.
She was a sorceress, so not exactly built for health.
Bro.
I wanted to go in swinging, not gonna lie.
He almost went out
I
swinging.
can see that. It almost took you out, too.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll cut over to Ascher. As the fighting ensues around you, you watch as several of your men suddenly are sucked dry of their soul and life energy. They crumple to the ground in heaps as out walks the Dolahan in gold armor. On his horse, sword drawn, looking at you, just chuckling. So this is what I fight today. Well, If you're the one I have to kill to get through, then move. Austin, you good?
You yawn in the face of the challenger.
That would sound like that, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, are you done talking now? It's done talking about yourself? This is my turn. Flash!
Oh, you wish it was that easy.
So, if you're not, are you gonna say anything?
I just did. Did you not?
I think I heard you. Yeah, he just kind of looks at you. All right. I don't really need to know what your story is. Let's just get this over with, shall we? Roll for initiative in your one-on-one, please. Johnny, you're up first in yours.
Ooh.
Is there any water features around this person?
You are standing next to a larger water fountain.
Shit. I've been cooking, so I haven't been looking at rules. Let me control water. Is 100 feet. Can I make 100 foot? It's. Hold on.
I thought control water was
Because I have control water.
Isn't it 5 foot of water in 100-foot radius?
It's got multiple things you can do. Because I'm just trying to cover dude in water.
Go ahead.
Fucking throw a bucket of water on
I
him.
think I can use flood on control water. Because flood, makes any water in the area as much as 20 feet rise, or any water in an area rise as much as 20 feet.
So the fountain begins to flood the area, layering the ground with water up to the knees.
I'm trying to get him covered. Like... Because my plan is to hit him with then freezing sphere afterwards, and that will freeze him solid.
Yeah. No, I'm aware of what you're doing. It's a 100-foot radius around you, so you're well out of the way of everyone else.
Yeah. Okay, well, so then I'm going to cover him with water using control water, and then quicken spell freezing sphere, and that's I believe 10d6.
Yep. Actually, in this case, because you have Celsius,
he needs to make a con.
Yeah.
He also needs to make a con save.
I'm doing it. You also have Celsius. He failed. You also have Celsius' blessing activated, so it's actually 7d10.
70 what?
7d10
Okay.
instead of 5.
So let me roll that real quick.
I already rolled it for you. You got 32.
Okay. And now he's also frozen solid. He will, he has to make an action, and it'll be a strength checks against my spell save DC to break free. And my spell save is pretty high. Let me look. Oh, that's Johnny. What's my spell save? 18. So he'll have to pass an 18 to break 3. But I think he's a barbarian, so he's probably got a high strength.
So, we'll see how this goes. He breaks out.
Well, it'll be on his turn.
Oh, what else are you doing?
No, oh, yeah, that's it.
So it's
I guess.
Turn. He breaks out. He goes to charge at you. And suddenly, you watch wisps of snow and drifts around you suddenly form into the shape of an icy shield. That shield does...
An icy what?
An icy shield.
Oh, a shield, okay.
That shield is 50 temporary hit points from Celsius as part of your deal you made with her. 50, yes.
Okay.
He raises the hammer and brings it down just as the shield appears, dealing 6d10 damage to the shield for 30 damage as it begins to crack. The hammer itself hisses with a steam-like quality as you feel a sudden burst of cold. You watch the ground below suddenly turn to ice.
Okay.
Johnny, it is your turn. You good, Pig?
Yeah, no, I'm reading spells.
Austin stepped away to get her food really quick. We'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Okay. Amelia, how does it feel to be the first one to finish your 1v1?
Hey, you got to hear it, right? I used my cannonball arrow. I killed her. I didn't kill her. Coda did, though.
I like fucking traded him with it.
I'm gonna use Dragon's Breath on him. And he'll take 3d6 cold damage with a dex. He has to make a dex save against my DC, which is 18.
Dex save +4. He fails.
Okay, so 3d6 damage of cold.
Another 15 points of damage.
You alright?
Yeah, it was a big spicy. What are you doing in a little bit, by the way?
After cooking, nothing. Why?
Do you feel up to coming over? Smoke with me for my birthday?
Oh shit, I forget it's your birthday. Fuck.
Yep, tomorrow.
I forget that your birthday's like 3 days after mine.
It's actually yours is the 16th, mine's the 23rd. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, fuck that, I'll come over.
Sweet. Okay.
Mind if I bring Dale?
Yeah, I don't mind.
That's if he wants to go.
Yeah, if he wants to, I don't mind. Okay. So, with that, Johnny, we're gonna take it over to... Is Asher back yet?
Getting him the food right now. 1 sec.
No problem. Isabella!
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's yours.
Yes, hello.
Time to throw them hands!
Okay,
Damn
Austin's back.
So, Barbarian gonna do the Barbarian thing, or are you gonna change it up at all? I drop rage
him.
and re-rage.
God damn it!
I rage even more.
Whoa!
I mean, it
Rage.
is something you can do.
I rage harder.
You wouldn't lose the effect of the first rage, so...
Sure, fucking why not?
Oh god. So you use your bonus action to rage a second time, invoking the same wild surges.
Rage so hard that you make them fall asleep like you did with Asher.
That would be funny.
Probably some bullshit.
No, she wants blood right now. Roll your d20, please. Okay, and roll your d100.
74.
Two really low ones tonight, too. 74. I'm trying to figure this one out. Hold on. How the fuck will this... Okay. The issue is you can't see anything. So, it's one creature in your field of vision of your choice is afflicted by fairy fire. You're in magical darkness, though, and can't see anything.
Close enough to
I'm gonna
the
say yes on this
fucking
one.
Frankenstein that I can see him.
I'm gonna say yes on this one.
Just
I'm gonna say yes on this one solely because it doesn't do anything in the darkness. It illuminates him enough that you now can see him with the fairy fire as he swats it away trying to put it out, but it won't go. You now have a visual clear.
grounded in darkness.
Yep, you now can see him even in the darkness. So, you no longer are at disadvantage for fight swings. So go ahead, make your 2. Roll your attacks, plus proficiency, plus 2 for your, or you're using the fire axe still, or are you using your old trusty?
No, if I was using
Chaos
Eater, it would be a +4. Right.
No, it's a +1 right now, because it's not every time you land a successful strike. That being said, every time you do land successful strikes, it ticks up, and certain things happen on certain ticks. Keep swinging. The effects of the blade will change over time as it evolves.
So I just got an at 20.
No shit. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the damage for Chaos Eater. So 38 points of damage on the first swing. As you spin the sword on your hand, catch it, and just fucking unload, gashing his chest open. It's a bleach wound, like straight down the chest. As you rear back for your second strike, please roll.
$18?
That hits. So another... Whoops. Go with the second one there. Takes another 26 points of damage and is looking very, very hurt at the moment. He turns to some of the soldiers very rapidly. And you watch his arm begin to kind of liquefy as he reaches out and sticks his arm to several of these soldiers.
Pause.
He's going to regain 23 points as some of his wounds begin to mend and heal. He looks at you and waves his hand yet again, casting Magic Missile. (14) reduced each one to 7, so you take another 21 points of damage as 3 bursts of the Magic Missile hit you. Yeah, Magic Missile is automatic damage. There's no save against it.
Yeah.
Thank God you're
No,
raging.
it fucking connects no matter what.
Yep, Magic Missile is disgusting. Okay, and with that, Strongjaw, it is now your turn. Your rages kind of undid his efforts here.
Yes. I just use the sword again.
Okay, swing with Chaos Eater, so it's right now +1 for the sword effect, +3 for the weapon itself, and then plus proficiency and your roll.
Wait, I have bracelets that you gave me called Limit Breakers that say when I rage all my +1.
I'm glad you reminded me of those, because yes, you do have the Limit Breakers. So sorry. That's, oh my fucking god. What is your proficiency? It's 5, right?
Yep. So that would be
+10. +10 to your roll. +10 to your fucking roll. So what'd you roll?
Yeah, no, that's a soft 20.
Just gonna roll the damage now.
Oh, fuck.
That's the first round of damage. You deal 19 as once again Chaos Eater suddenly begins to shift, staying a one-handed square blade. But you watch as the blade grows a point and a slant and is now a triangle cut, square angled blade. It grows slightly in length, and the teeth around the handguard grow out even more.
Alright.
You suddenly feel as though the blade is lighter. +2 to hit now.
Okay.
You have your second swing.
So that would be 21?
Okay. That hits. How do you want to do this?
Oh, guess it's just like I'll dart around him in a circle, like ducking his, ducking his swing.
So you duck his flailing swing into his blind spot and leap up with your shorter stature staying low. Makes it easy to lob his head clean from his body and bathe your blade in his blood as it soaks into the metal. The voice in your head becoming even more satiated as the blade transforms once again, no longer resembling the square. The blade itself becoming long, heavy, thick in length as it extends to a very massive 7-foot length for you. That's huge.
That's like twice my size.
It's essentially a dwarven buster sword right now to match your size.
Oh my god.
The teeth around the handguard inch ever closer to your wrist.
I see what's happening. Okay, interesting.
You watch as this body begins to decay and turn to dust instantly, robbed of not only its blood, but its life force itself. And with 2 of the battles rounded out for the night, and 2 already hell of underway, 1 getting ready to start and Johnny is already in the motions, I think that is a good place to go ahead and call it for the evening. It is getting late. I need food, and we have been going a long day today. We have a lot to do tomorrow. And 2 major battles done to kick off this war before our team reunites to finish everything off. The war has kicked off in full swing, and our merits are being shown in full. Everyone doing their best to keep afloat through the seas and turmoils of war. What will tomorrow bring for each of us? What will the day look like once the dust settles, the blades have fallen, and the dice have rolled? I guess only one way to find out. You'll have to tune in next time. Until then, and until tomorrow, for the birthday stream, we'll see you guys. I love ya. 3 decades well spent, because I got to spend a good amount of it with all of you. I love every single one of you. Stay safe, stay beautiful, stay awesome. Do the things we always tell you to do here. Follow, like, subscribe, everyone on the network, join the Discord, be here for anime nights, be here for community nights, all the shenanigans, the chaos, and the fun that is abound. I love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I'll see you all soon. Don't go anywhere, we're raiding out. I'll see you all for the birthday celebration tomorrow.
How's it do?
Sorry, I'm just raiding out right now, giving 1 sec.
You're good. Who are you raiding?
Someone new. I've been going with new people. They are also in the middle of a D&D campaign. Make sure to drop follows for everyone she's linked. It looks like her whole party is there. It looks like it's going to be a fun time. So, y'all go have fun. Love you guys.
Yeah, I just, like, when I joined in, I had just gotten back from the store, and I was, like, just starting